too. He was cool. Next, the young aspiring Cheetor. Cheetor is my favorite design-wise, and that was pretty much why I bought this one. As a fun fact, I got Primal and Cheetor secondhand. The other two I bought fresh out of the box. Cheetor, of course, came in a 3-pack jungle set with, I believe, Nightbird and Wheeljack, if I'm correct. But of course, I don't care for those other two. I only want Cheetor, so that's why I got this by himself. Cheetor is pretty cool. He's got waist joint, his arms up, head. And speaking of the head, he has nice feline details, mainly like with the jowls and the nose and even the eyes. This is very much kind of like the way he was on the show, but it reminds me a little bit more of his counterpart, Tigatron, rather than Cheetor. But that's not a complaint, it's an observation. The feline face actually does work for this new design for Cheetor. And I also like how the horns, or like, that form almost like a crown, like sculpt on there. His feet can turn up and down, and they can pivot too. So he can stand up pretty well in good poses. He also has wrist joints, and they're on ball joints. They go in and out, and you could twist them, but I wouldn't do it because they're a little tight on my figure. But yeah, that's Cheetor. Here, you just spin that from the back. And I usually display the legs like this. The instructions say to put them out straight, but I put them out like this because it matches like that on the show. Yeah, and I also think Cheetor probably has the best colors out of the Maximals in my set here. They just, the metallic blue, the yellow, and the bronze just pop. Last but not least is Optimus Primal, the fearless leader. Well, his head turns. His cannons kind of get in the way, but you can move them up. It's almost scary how, even though this is a new design technically for the Kingdom show, it's almost scary how much this resembles the original Optimus Primal. It's almost to a T. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's almost scary. Arms move up and down. He got the cool legs, and with the pistons that move alongside his toes. He's also got a decent pivot. And knee bend. Now, the way with the transformation joints are, how the knees separates from the rest of the leg in order to make the gorilla feet, it does get annoying how they detach sometimes, but they stick in there pretty tight. Spin on him real quick. And while we're on Primal, let's get to the accessories and the weapons. Apart from his shoulder cannons, Primal has 2 more additional weapons. You push these buttons on the insides of his arms. I have to do it with my pinky, it's very difficult. Shoulder cannons pop out. And then there's the aforementioned swords. He comes with 2. One thing I always loved about Optimus Primal was that how his projectiles, his guns were built into his body, and his handheld weapons were swords. This robot, needless to say, is armed to the teeth. For Cheetor, his weapons are formed from his tail, which appears to be a whip or a sword or maybe a whip sword. I don't know. There appears to be a bike chain on the inside of the tail. And his secondary weapon is a gun. or a pistol. The gun, of course, very much resembles, it's essentially a smaller version of his gut blaster on the TV show. Very nice, very nice. Rhinox. You saw them earlier. They're a pair of Gatling guns. Cool thing about them is that they're nice and sizable. They're hollow on the inside, but you can accommodate that by just sticking them onto his hands. And with a flick, they spin. That is one reason why I bought this instead of the Kingdom Rhinox. Kingdom Rhinox's Gatling guns did not spin, and also they look more like pinwheels. The bodies of the guns did not look like this. They were small, like little handles. These are much more impressive, much more fitting for a warrior like Rhinox. The Gatling guns. Oh yeah. Rhinox. Last but not least is Rat Trap. He has the most basic weapon of them all. Just a simple little rifle that's the same color as the rest of the rat mode. Just peg it into his hand. And of course, naturally, because the peg on the gun is so small and Rat Trap himself is small, it is not compatible with any of the other Maximals. It is only compatible with Rat Trap. So overall, this is a great set of figures for Beast Wars fans. I highly recommend each of them, especially with the two mainline Rise of Beasts toys, since they are essentially improvements over their Kingdom counterparts. Yeah, just got the quartet, the Axelon crew. Now I know some of you are wondering, where's Dinobot? It's like, well, I'm sorry, I'm just not in the mood for collecting Transformers at this time right now. But overall, it's like, these are solid toys. I just rank them, 5 out of 5. They have their own little quirks, their own little issues here or there, but overall, they're not bad. This is Parda Sajin, signing out.